Hi writers, and welcome back. It's Casey, and today we're talking about 5 things that your editor won't tell you. Now, we know when we're trying to acquire an editor, you have to do your due diligence and research to find the exact editor that will meet all of your needs. How does one do that? Well, there are 5 things that editors don't tell you up front. Today, I'll be sharing that information with you. The first thing your editor won't tell you is providing samples. Now, you have to acquire these on your own, meaning you have to be proactive in asking them what writing samples do they have to show you to show that they're a good editor. Finding an editor that has writing samples is key. This actually borders along the line, are they a seasoned editor? Meaning, have they been editing for 5 years or more? Your goal is to try to obtain an editor who has 10 years of experience or more. That means they're marketable and they're up to doing the task. A proper editor will also submit any changes with a program called Track Changes. These are basically notes that the editor places on anything that was corrected or redone. That way there's no guesswork as to what was corrected. Generally, an editor will not critique your book, meaning they won't tell you if it's good or it's bad. They're just simply there to edit, take out and correct any grammar errors, and improve your writing overall. They're not going to tell you if the story was enjoyable. Now, some editors may do that. However, it's not their job to do so. The next thing an editor won't tell you is specifically what type of editing services that they're providing. Now, some of them will just say editor, but you need to dig deeper and find out exactly what type of editing service they're providing. For example, developmental. Developmental is where they look at the big picture. They're reviewing your overall manuscript for content from connection from beginning to the end. Another type of editing is an editorial assessment. This looks at your chapter, the content, your genre, and how it spans across your manuscript. It's basically everything that you've put into your manuscript and the storyline that you're trying to get across. Another is structural editing. This is looking at your chronological order within your manuscript. It's also looking at your genre and chapter selection. It's making certain that you maintain suspense within your manuscript and looking at your story arc. And lastly, there's copy editing. A copy editor is the person that brings your manuscript professionally polished. They do the following services. Elements that your copy editors consider, or a good copy editor examines and corrects the following elements in your work: spelling, grammar, capitalization, word usage and repetition, dialogue tags, usage of numbers and numerals, POV or point of view tense to fix any unintentional shifts, descriptive inconsistencies regarding character descriptions, locations, blocking, etc. Now, a developmental editor and a copy editor is key when you're trying to produce a proper manuscript. And lastly, you want to make sure that your editor comes highly recommended. This can be from a friend or a colleague. You want to see those services in the previous reviews that editor received. So I hope you found this video on 5 things that your editor won't tell you helpful. If you have any comments, please leave those below. Until next time, I'm Casey Lossner.